You need to X out of a box that jumped up on your screen. That often happens there when I start the recording, and then we'll get going. So make sure you have a chair, ideally one that gets your hips at the level of your knees or above. That's the ideal. And scoot all the way forward to the front edge of your chair. Rest the hands. James, you just unmuted yourself there. I'll mute you. I don't know how that happened. So we've got this central pillar. When you get your head, shoulders, hips lined up correctly, that usually requires effort to achieve that, to align those parts. So put those parts in that good alignment, and then do your best to relax without losing that alignment. So you soften the tissue, musculature, nervous system. Just allow that soft quality through the body. That will allow a dilating, a plumping, a softening, and more space through the body. And then, as I mentioned before, but it bears mentioning again, then you feel a downward sinking quality they call chunwon, which means soft, sunken, and heavy. So let that ground you down through the chair, down through your legs. But then there's also the complementary aspect of that called qingling, which means lightness and nimbleness and buoyancy. So we've got central pillar, relaxation, grounding down, and then a buoyancy through the body. Those are the underlying sort of infrastructural ideas in the practice. And to assist with all of those, the breathing. So in through the nose, long, smooth, and full. Out through the mouth, all the way to empty. Let's repeat that a few times. Take about 7 or 8 more of those breaths. Notice how quality breathing should change your shape of your body. Very important in Taoist practice that we don't just get stuck in one shape, so that your inhale should expand you, open you up and down, as well as out in a circumference around the body. It's expanding, stretching us open. And then the exhale, there should be this complementary settling, almost sinking, almost collapsing or compressing, but nothing that loses your central upright. So let's just do our final 5, really focusing on changing shape. Opening, feeling change occur through the body, and then change, settling, gently shrinking. One more. Now we add to it outer body movements. Slide your hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back, chest up, chin up. So again, shape shifting, changing your shape to this extension in the spine, the scapula retracted, the head is up. And then let's change the shape in the other direction. Slide your hands forward, past your knees. The chest has to hollow, the back rounds back. Drop your head completely so that the back of your neck and base of skull open up. Let's do that 3 more times. Slide the hands back, the elbows back, the shoulder blades back, chest up, chin up. Go all the way into that shape. You can add an inhale to this movement. And then the exhale as you go to the other shape. Hands forward, chest hollow, head drops, opening back. 2 more. Changing shape. Breaking through that stagnant, stuck quality. One more time, all the way to the arched, upright, extended position. And then just settle to neutral, right in between arched and rounded. And let's go left hand forward past the knee, right hand and elbow back. Turn the shoulders, turn the head. And then back to center and go the other way. Right hand forward, left hand and elbow back. Turn the shoulders, turn the head to your left. Same idea about changing shape. So we come back to neutral. Then we want to change the shape, rotating to the right with your left hand forward. Shape change back to the middle. And then change shape all the way to the other side. Let's do a couple more with the breathing. Inhale as you come to center. Exhale as you turn. Inhale as you come to center. Exhale as you turn. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn. And we're back to middle. Hang the arms loose. Shape change now in the lateral direction. Shift your weight first over to your right buttock and then side bend. And then back to the middle. So you bring your left buttock down, torso vertical, crown at the top. And then shift the weight to the left buttock, side bend. Let the head drop, right? You notice I'm letting the head go as well. And then middle. Change. Now we add a little bit as you bend and bow to your right. Lift your left wrist up a little. Even lift your foot up. And just kind of teeter-totter right at the edge there. And back to center. Make sure you come back to the middle. Then lean. And your right wrist just floats up over here. It doesn't cross the body. It just floats up a little bit. And then we're back to the middle. Couple more. Lean. Make sure you let the head droop, right? Notice how my head is sideways in space. And then back to vertical. So this really helps with equilibrium to be able to be sideways and then partially back and then vertical and then sideways. We want our brain and nervous system to be able to calibrate through all these different positions. Space. One more. And we're back to middle. Now bring your legs close together. Tip forward at the hips. Float your hands forward, but notice how my hands are not going up. I'm not lifting. So be able to differentiate out in front and then out to the side and then around behind you in close to the body, and then let's tip forward and swing the hands forward, out, So we're still staying low, right? For 3 in a row, we do this low level. My hands are down in space. And this shows up in the Tai Chi that we're going to do when we stand up. So we're being able to track. Now come up to about middle level. Open. Turn the palms forward, slide them down. And then come underneath. Forward. Notice my hands are together the whole time. So I'm closed in front, and then that allows me to get this whole development of opening, palms face forward, sliding down, and neutral. And then again, forward, together, up, and then we've got this open, palms face forward and down, neutral. Now the full range, forward, together, up, and then keep going up, out, down, neutral, forward, up, keep going up, out, down, neutral, and one more. Now, in reverse, start low. Notice how I did not lift my hands. They went on this circular journey by going away from the body, but not up. So that opens this mechanism, and then you come around, in, back, out, around. One more at the low level. And let's go middle level. Back, out, and up. Then we come across right around chest level, down, neutral. So it's back, it's out, and up. And then it's across. One more. Out, up. And then full range, out, up, all the way over top, down, back, out, up, keep going up, down. Last. And neutral. Now, scoot a little bit back on your chair. Let's just tune up the legs before we stand up. So right knee lift, flex the foot, and draw that foot up and in. And then push that leg away. Draw the foot up and in again. And set the foot down. Other leg. So it's knee up, flexed foot, pull the leg in. It's like a loading of a spring. And then push away. And then reload, down. Alternate 3 more times each leg. So we got the load, push, load, down. Other leg, load, push, load, down. Again, load, push, load, and load, push. One more each. We need freedom of movement through that whole range. That's function. Function of the leg. Has to have all that range. Now, right leg extend. Point foot, flex foot. Point, flex. Point, flex. Now, tilt that foot a little in, out. In, out. Tilt. Now tilt in and point, out and flex. flex, that's the circle, in and around. Over time, try to really polish that out so it's smooth. Reverse, out, point, in, flex, circle. Down, other side, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Now tilt the foot a little in, out, tilt in, out, tilt, tilt. Now tilt the foot in, point, out, flex. We're circling. Reverse circling, out, point, in, flex. And down. Scoot your bottom forward on the chair, back to where we started. Step your feet wider apart than hip distance so you have extra space here. And then lift the toes, and turning on the heels, turn your toes and knees in. And then lift the toes, toes and knees out. So get that open groin hip area known as the quad. And then close. Open. Close. Open. Close. And neutral. Now the balls of the feet stay on the ground. The heels come in. So notice as I brought my heels in, my knees are out. I've got externally rotated hips. And then heels out, knees in, internally rotated. Then heels in, knees out. Heels out, knees in. One more. And neutral. Now we've just bought some space in this junction or joint of the body. Now hip hinge, fold, and then sit upright, and then tip back, and sit upright, and then fold, sit upright, tip back, upright. A few more. Fold, up, tip back, up, fold, up. And John, let me point one thing out for you. So when you folded, you moved a little bit, but then I saw you drop your head a lot. And you want to not move any part of the head and spine. So look how much my body is angling forward, but I'm not rounding the back or dropping the head. So see if you can get even more range, but get it from the correct joint, which is where your pelvis and your legs meet. So hinge, go ahead and hinge all the way forward. How far can you get from that junction, right? And think of this as the cockpit of the body where we operate all the different movements we're going to do when we stand up. Come back up, and same thing here. It's from that same junction that I tip back. I'm not taking my head back or my spine back so much as hinging at that pelvic leg relationship. So that's the most important joint in the body, you could say. Again, they're all important, but this one is a common area that gets overly stuck and weak, and then all the functions disappear. That's bad news. Good news is if you focus on keeping this tuned up, then you have a lot of ability that otherwise could disappear. So now stay vertical and let's put all that together. So we did our arm circles that loosened up anything stuck up here. We loosened up the legs so that they're a clear and open conduit. And we got the hips able to hinge and fold. Now we slide the feet back a little, hinge at the hips. Now float the arms a little beyond your ankles and go forward so that your butt comes out of the chair, your weight goes down through your legs, and then push down through the legs and ride all the way way tall. Now, don't go and sit down right away. Instead, just work on this really important move. Notice what I did there. Hinged at the hips. I didn't round my spine. And then I'm back to vertical. And then I'm hinging at the hips. So I'm making a big shape change in the whole body, but it's actually quite effortless when you do it right. It should just be right where the hips and legs meet. You hinge. And then once you've created this fold, now sink the butt. That's what bends the knees. Keep the body relaxed forward. That counterweights, and then land your tush on the chair and then tip back. So our goal here is to use zero tension-based force strength. They call it Li, and to use all sung, soft, supple, pliable. That means I'm soft and supple, I'm still soft, I'm still relaxed, I'm still loose and fluid. So I'm using technique to operate the vehicle rather than brute force. And brute force is clumsy and therefore it injures the body and makes us less safe. Whereas when we work on precision of fold and sink and land, right? We're now smoothing the brain-body relationship. Fold, fold, sink, fold. Now do a few where you don't sit on the chair, but you use the same folding and sinking to dangle your arms down near your toes, maybe even touch the floor, and push through the earth and rise back to stand. And then fold and sink. And rise. Fold, sink. Rise. One more. Okay, now ideally what that movement has done for us is assisted with that, what I talked about at the beginning of class, Chunwan and Ching Ling, right? Because I've practiced this folding and unfolding of the body, ideally I've sort of massaged out places where we're holding the body. Because the idea here is if I'm holding my body, I'm less fluid, so I'm clumsier and I'm less grounded. Whereas when I'm loose and relaxed, it might look like I'm sloppy, but actually I'm more grounded because I'm holding less tension in the body. So that's this Tai Chi way of understanding that at first is kind of strange, and then it just makes so much sense. So now here we are standing loose and relaxed, and just casually change your weight from one leg to the other. And it shouldn't require, once again, should require zero tension-based strength. It's like you're sloshing liquid. You're just letting the liquid slosh over to the right leg and feel how your left leg becomes a little emptier, and then slosh over to the left leg or right foot becomes a little emptier. So just because it's liquid and fluid and soft, we also want to make sure it doesn't become sloppy, right? So we're not slinging the body over there, but we're just sloshing, but precisely down through this leg, precisely down through this leg. So now we found left and right, and it also has helped us find middle, right? Because this middle is the constant, whether I'm here or whether I'm here, this is that constant. Now find the middle where you've got weight through both legs, you got your middle pivot, you got these loose arms. Let's do some Tai Chi. So the first movement called rising hands, floating, levitating your arms forward and up. So try to achieve this shape, this movement without any tension. You just levitate them. And then softly melt the limbs so that they change to be this shape where the fingertips are a little higher. And then just softly down. So everything is loose. Everything is soft. Again, when we come up, can you let the arms be so soft that you see this shape here, this round, hanging, dangling quality? And then when you change the shape, then the fingertips are high and we're coming down, all the way down. Add this idea of the arms coming behind you a little, right? So now we're getting more movement from this pendulum point of swinging down, forward, and up, right? But it's this junction that is spacious and open. And then same thing from this junction, this soft, loose. And then the arms, again, they got to swing a little behind so that they can drop down, swing up, and then settle all the way down. Now that same feeling, except the crane opening its wings. Open. And again, notice the wrists. The wrists are loose. The wrists are drooped. So you're not holding tension. You're actually practicing that skill of letting this be loose. And then you keep the hands loose even though you change their shape now. So notice how I changed the shape of the hands. This rolling fluid and then down and scoop. And then open. And then this change. Open. Right from this junction. Open. Crane opening wings. Now at the top of the wings, roll. Turn your palms up and fold at the elbows. Hands come over top. And they fit right into this space and drop straight down through. Really important part of this exercise is totally relinquishing your limbs, letting them totally relax. And then seeing if you can keep that relaxation as you levitate your arms out. Roll palms up and fold. Let the arms softly descend, kind of like a falling leaf in autumn. Right? Loose as can be. Now keep that looseness. That looseness provides space and lubricant. Turn palms up, fold. So that roll and fold shows up all the time in Tai Chi movements. Now, backs of hands towards each other. Hands come up, stay close to your body. Turn your palms forward. Go out over top, gradually turning the palms, spiraling them out and down, and then crane wings. Down. Now, internally rotate, backs of hands touching, come up close to your body, and then palms face forward, go out. Wings. Again, backs of hands face each other, come up. Palms face forward, then out. Now, wings, just like we did before. Now turn right palm up and come over top as your left hand wings under. So now an asymmetrical movement. One top, one bottom. And then like two magnets attracting, sink and rise. And then two magnets repelling, rise and sink. And now your right hand goes out over top as left hand wings. And then left hand roll, fold, come over top. Right hand sweep under. And then we've got two magnets attracting, two magnets repelling. Go out over top, down underneath, out to the wings. And then right hand over, left hand under. And magnets attract and repel. And around. One more. So eventually you can get to where you don't even have to really think about the connect the dots specifics. It's just a fluid, natural circle and spiral. And then come down, Scooping hands, bring them up, 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 all the way up. Turn the palms over so they're facing down. Now, down. Now add to this is a really good one to add rising and sinking of the body. So as we come up with the hands, straighten your knees. You might even lock your knees. Lift your chest, almost like you're pulling yourself up from the ground. So we've opened up a bunch of space in the body, and then turn your palms over and the hands sink, but not only the hands, let the whole body sink. Let the knees bend a little. Just settle down through all the way to the earth. Loose. Scoop and come up. Straight legs, lifted body, upright. And then just settling through the tissue. Soft. Good. Scoop. Right. And sink. So we've got rising and sinking, sort of fluid capabilities. Now, elbows back, turn palms forward, push. So the push, but what's really important here is your body stays where it is, but your shoulder blades and arms fully express all the way to the fingertips, and then wrap the hands around and draw all the way back. Turn the palms and push. Full express through soft, relaxed limbs. So don't have tension. Wrap the hands around and draw back. So, yeah, exactly. So make sure the hands are drawn back, and then we can turn and push. Full extend all the way, and then the hands wrap around, draw. All the way back. One more. Push. Turn the hands. Draw. Now, turn left hand to face forward. Push. As this hand pushes forward, let the body turn a little bit to the right. Now turn your left hand to face your body. Turn your right hand to face forward. Let's push and draw. And then turn right hand to face the body, left hand face forward. Push and draw. Left hand face body, right hand face forward. Push and draw. And you simultaneously orient your palms, reorient your palms, and then push and draw. Simultaneously reorient the palms, push and draw. Let's do one more each. Eventually, this is silky smooth. Silky smooth. And then both hands back, both hands down. Now remember how we started when we stood up. We were going from the middle all the way into one, less in the other, and then we change. So find that movement again. Put all the weight in your right leg, stay in your right leg, and turn from your middle a few degrees to the right. Then stay turned a few degrees right as you shift to the left leg, and then turn a few degrees to the left. Stay turned to the left, but change your weight to your right leg, and then turn. So it's got to be in that order. Shift, then turn, right? So I'm turned to the right. First it's shift, then it's turn. First it's shift, then it's turn. Now you've got these limbs, these lively, buoyant limbs that start to get involved. So it's shift, then turn. Now add, sweep the hands over to the right side. Now make sure the hands follow. They don't lead. First it's shift, then it's turn, then it's brush and sweep. The hands get all the way over to the left, and then it's shift, turn, brush, and sweep. Hands turn around, we go the other way. Shift, turn, brush, sweep. Be a little more precise now with the palms. Have them both facing to the right. So it's shift, turn, that's called brush knee. This is sweep the leg. We want to go far, 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 far without really lifting, and then turn the hands, and we shift, turn, brush, sweep. The hands keep going, 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 and then they rotate so the palms face the other way. Shift, turn, brush, sweep. Now, right hand floats up about chest level. Shift, turn from your belly, brush knee down low, swat the jumping fish right around chest level. Then the right hand drops, left hand floats up, and we've got ourselves prepared to go shift to the right leg, turn from your middle, bottom hand brush knee, top hand swat the fish. Left hand drops into the water, right arm floats up. We're stored, we're ready to go shift, turn, brush, swap. Right hand comes down, left arm floats up. We're ready to go shift, turn, brush, swap. Let's go for a little higher jumping fish. And John, I'll use you as an example. A lot of times you just need to be doing less. I'm always doing less than what everyone else is doing. That's the interesting part in Tai Chi. So I saw you doing with your arms, they were swung all the way like that, but you only need to go here, just right out to your side. So just do less than what you think it's supposed to be. Bring that right arm up. And now nice and slow, we just go shift, turn, keep everything close to the body in the sense that it's in good relationship. And then this nice little change, right? Simple, gentle. Good. Shift and turn, brush knee, and swap. So when I say let's go for a little higher jumping fish, you don't panic and fling the arm. It's just a little bit higher. So this hand just a little up more above, but the bottom hand still low. Then they change. So this nuance of control, this nuance of proprioception, where is your body in space? Interoception, where are my body parts in relation to each other? Shift, turn. Now, let's all stay in the left leg, wing the left arm, roll the palm up and fold. So this is our stored position. Your right hand down in the water. So John, dip that right hand down, left arm wing, roll, fold. Perfect. Make sure your body weight's in your left leg. And now we're ready to shift right, turn from the belly, and then unleash, brush knee, and push. So that left arm has to fully push. Now that straight left arm floats down, dips into the water. Right arm, wing, roll, fold. Now, James, notice that your left arm isn't where mine is. You brought your arm all the way over. Keep it over here so that it has somewhere to go. So now when we shift and turn, you're getting a brush knee and push. Same thing here. As the right hand goes down, keep it on the left side of your body as the left arm wing, roll, fold. So James, your right arm, nope. You're doing more than you need. Your right hand was perfect. Put it back where it was. It's your left arm that needs to wing, roll, there you go, and fold. Now we're ready to go shift, turn, brush knee down low, push. Left arm push. There it is, right? Now the left hand goes down and stays right here, stays there as the right arm wing, roll, fold. Now we're ready. We're loaded. stored, and then we issue or unleash. Shift, turn, brush, knee, and push. Now we got to get back to the stored position. So right hand goes down, left arm wing, roll, pull. Perfect. Now we're stored. Let's unleash. Shift, turn, brush, knee, push. So we've unleashed. Now we got to get back to the stored position. Left hand down, right arm wing, roll, fold. Make sure left hand stays on the right side of your body. There you go. And now it's shift, turn, brush, push. Let's do a couple more and just see if you can get the flow of that. Right hand down, left hand, wing, roll, fold, and then and usually as soon as we start flowing, the brain panics, but try to not panic. Just kind of calm, relax, just make small changes. Okay, now we're all in the left leg, right foot empty, turn your right foot out a few degrees, put all your weight in your right leg, and put your right hand down by your hip, bend left elbow, point fingertips up, and take your empty left foot and touch the floor in front of you. So this relationship here, just touch it out in front. Not too far, just the perfect distance where you can have it be empty. All the weight in one, zero in the other. Then bring that empty foot back, touch the heels together so the toes are pointed out. Change the weight now into your left leg, left hand down, bend right elbow, point fingertips up, and take your empty right foot, touch it out in front. So we got our middle pivot. Bring the right foot back with no body weight. Change the weight to the right leg. As you do that, right hand down, left hand up, and left foot out in front. Golden rooster stands on one leg. Bring the left foot back with no body weight. As you change, left hand down, right elbow bend, right hand up, right foot floats in front. Touch. Right foot comes back, no weight, and then shift and change. Left foot comes back, change, left hand down, right hand up, golden rooster. And notice this hand, see this position. So your lifted hand, palm is facing in, fingers pointing up. Okay, and it's also soft in this little pocket. So I'm not way out here, it's just pocketed right here, comfortable. And then bring that right foot back, change the weight. Now turn right palm forward, bring the hand down, left palm in, and get that hand again into that little pocket position. Right? Get the foot out in front. Bring the foot back, change, hands. Now, added challenge for this golden rooster. If possible, I'll turn sideways just so you can see it. You can disconnect the toe from the floor and put it back down. Right? And notice how when I pull the foot up, I'm not leaning my body. So that's why you got to commit to this leg so you can have an empty foot. Second option would be a little bend to the knee and back down. Bend knee, back down. And the last option, of course, be very safe with it, full lift. Down. And the key to this is this leg. If I'm correctly stable and down through this leg, then this is doable. It's achievable. So it's all dependent on this leg. Now, bring your right foot back, change the weight to the right leg, make your right leg that sturdy tree trunk. Right hand down, bend left elbow, put left toes out in front. Challenge yourself appropriately. It could just be toe off the ground and back down. Could be toe and then a little bit of a knee lift and down. Lift, down. It could be full lift, down. Full. Now let's challenge ourselves each time, 3 more each side. All the weight in your left leg, change the weight to your left leg, hands change, toe out in front, either disconnected, knee lift, or full lift. And then place that foot down right next to your left foot. Change the weight, change your hands, float the toe out, and then your choice of additional challenge. Down. So there's an appropriate amount where you can stay calm, relaxed, attentive, and yet push your edge just a little. Right? So that attention to subtlety, to nuance, so important. We want to increase that sensitivity. And both hands down, both feet down parallel, wash your paws left. Turn them, wash your bare paws to the right. Now stay in your right leg, sweep the leg with the left hand, and float the left arm up. Shift to the left. Turn from the middle, and then left hand is a cloud, right hand is sweeping the leg. Now the leg hand vapors up, the cloud hand rains down. Now we're ready to go. Shift, turn, cloud, leg. Cloud hand rains down, leg hand vapors up. We're ready to go the other way. Shift, turn, cloud, leg. Vapor and rain. Shift, turn, cloud, leg. Vapor and rain. Shift, turn. This is the bear plays with clouds. Cultivating changing weight leg to leg while keeping zhong or vertical upright. While doing all of this, try to allow softness through the body so there's a sunken quality down underneath you, a heaviness below, which over time, especially over time, produces buoyancy in the body. So grounded and also buoyant. Breathe. One more time. Let's all get to the right leg, your right leg. Take your right hand and just put it behind your back. Left hand underneath, like you're on the bottom of a ball. Now, your left hand goes forward. And then when you shift and turn, there's what's called the flying diagonal up to this corner. Turn that left palm out, a crane wing down, and then sweep the leg as you shift and turn to your right, and then left hand bottom of a ball. Let's do it again, the flying diagonal. The left hand goes forward, and then when you shift and turn, it's this diagonal cutting up. But John, make sure your left palm faces the sky the whole time. So specifically in this one, there's that. Yeah, exactly. All the way up. And then we get that spiral and down and sweep under. One more time, flying diagonal. So it's this forward trajectory, then the shift and turn from the middle, and then turn that palm out, sweep it down, sweep the leg. Bring your right hand out. Let's wash the paws over to the left leg. Put the left hand behind your back. Now let's do right hand. Bottom of a ball. It goes forward, right? And then with the shift and turn, it's this upward flying diagonal movement. Turn the palm out, crane wing, sweep the leg, bottom of a ball, and then forward, shift and turn. Turn the palm out, crane wing, sweep the leg. So this is called flying diagonal. It's 1/2 of stroke wild horse's mane, which is what we're about to do. So that's a very important part. So the brain and body have got that dialed in. Bring your left hand out, wash, and settle to the middle. Now, left hand bottom, right hand top. So just to calibrate this movement first, like you're on train tracks parallel to the ground, one goes out, and then they come back. So just keep them on their track. One more time. So these lines that we're tracing first are parallel to the ground, but now, reload here. Now, do it at the diagonal. So this bottom hand is going to do the move we just practiced, low to high. This one goes high to low. Together, they pass by each other. It's called stroking the wild horse's mane. Really lovely for the brain and body. Let's reverse. So try to keep your track. Stay on the train track. The diagonal train track line. The low hand should end up high. The high hand should end up low. And then they go back to their starting gate. One more time. Now at the full extension, turn your left palm out, your right palm up. Remember, embrace the moon. So left hand goes down as right hand comes up. Left hand sweeps the leg under as right hand roll folds over. We're ready to go again. Stroke wild horse's mane. So that's diagonal, downward diagonal. Together, stroke wild horse's mane. Turn left palm out, right palm up, and embrace the moon. Now let's add one more little challenge to that. Shift into your right leg, turn your body to your right. So you're loaded. Now as you stroke wild horse mane, and James, make sure your left hand is on the bottom. Left hand on the bottom. Right hand on the top. Right? And you're making a ball. So this ball. Right? Now, when you shift and turn to your left, so we're shifting and turning, right? Shift and turn, stroke wild horse's mane, right? It's a lot to juggle. It's a lot to juggle, so go slow. So James, your right hand should be down over here. Your left hand should be up over here by the end, right? Now turn left palm out, right palm up. Embrace the moon. Left hand goes down, right hand comes up. Shift to the right. Turn your body to the right, just a few degrees. Remember, small movements. And then bring your left hand under, right hand over. So now you're holding the ball. Now stroke wild horse's mane. Shift left, turn left as left hand comes low to high, right hand goes high to low. Full expression. Then left palm turns out, right palm turns up. Embrace the moon. Left hand down, right hand up. Turn your body. When you turn your body, you sort of coil in, gather in to this loaded position. And then let's express from here. Shift, turn. Left hand's flying diagonal. Right hand downward diagonal. Right? One more time. Left palm turns out, right palm turns up. Shift, turn. Hold the ball. Stroke wild horse's mane. Shift, turn. Just go slow. Just go slow. Slow enough to track what is happening so that you're not getting too far out. You're not losing track. Shift, turn. And take your right hand out and down. Turn your left hand around. Now we're ready to wash the paws. And then back to the middle. Settle. Now your right hand on the bottom of a ball. Your left hand over top. Let's do that on the other side. So first, just get this feeling of opposite direction. Stroke and return. Just be able to let the brain and body get free with that. Stroke, return. Now we turn them on a diagonal and stroke and return. Now at the full expression of the stroke, turn right palm out, left palm up. We go up and under. Hold the ball and stroke wild horse's mane. Left hand comes up, right hand comes down, over and under. Shift to your left leg, turn slightly left, and now we shift right, turn right, and stroke wild horse's mane. So James, the one thing you forgot was left hand. So your right hand did well, left hand forgot. It got stuck, right? There. Turn right palm out, left palm up, and we're shifting left, turning left, right hand under, left hand over. Beautiful. And now let's shift right, turn right, stroke wild horse's mane. No rush. Last person there wins. Right? If you got there right away, that means you probably rushed past some precision. Same thing here. Go slow. Track that left hand rising, right hand sinking, right hand under, left hand over, turning. Don't rush this next part. Lana, make sure you're in your left leg right now. Shift to your left leg and turn your body left. There you go. Now you're loaded to be able to shift right and turn right. Stroking wild horse's mane. Turn right palm out, left palm up, shift left, turn left. And then shift right, turn right. Stroke wild horse's mane to embrace the move. One more. Shift, turn. Embrace the move. Right hand down, left hand up. Now, left hand out to the side, wash your paws. So what I'd like to do to finish, just in the last couple minutes, is, again, from the bear washing paws, all the way through that sequence. That's basically our first Tai Chi form, is these movements in this order. And when we can flow through that, then we can add more things and do different additionals. But really, it's this shift, turn, wash your paw. Shift, turn, wash your paws. This really is the sort of foundation. Now, bear swats the jumping fish. Arms change. Shift, turn. Swat that jumping fish. Shift and turn. Just don't be in a rush. Just be right with your flow. The slower the better in the beginning, because usually the body is discombobulated, especially with things like Parkinson's, right? Brain and body issues, is they're usually sort of discombobulated. So use this to harmonize. Let's go for a little higher jumping fish. So slowness, softness, preciseness, precision, right? How valuable that is to focus on. And that's the heart of Tai Chi, is this soft, thorough, precise exploration. Brush knee and push. So that's right arm, wing, roll, fold. Unless we fold, we can't push, right? You can't push unless you've loaded. So that's what this is. Now we shift, turn, brush, and push. Right hand comes down. We got to load the left. We want to wing, roll, pull. Now we can go shift, turn, brush, and push, right? That expression of push. Roll, fold. Now we're going the other way. Shift, turn, brush, knee in. Express that push. Wing, roll, fold. Shift, turn, brush, push. And then right into that golden rooster. Turn your left foot out. Put all your weight in the left leg, left hand down. Right hand up, right foot empty, either touching the floor or disconnecting from the floor. put the foot down, change the weight to that new leg, and then together the hands change and that foot is empty, either touching the floor or lift. Golden rooster. Put the foot down. Change. So we're training the middle by doing change. Yinning, yanging, upping, downing, fronting, backing, emptying, filling, right? That's what trains our middle, is balanced yin yang. All right, one more. And then let's finish with the cloud hands. Cloud, lake, rain, vapor, and then cloud, lake, rain, vapor, then cloud. Now pause here and stroke wild horse's mane. Embrace the moon. Stroke wild horse's mane. And lastly, right hand comes under, left hand over. Now we're loaded to go. Stroke wild horse's mane. Embrace. And one more. Stroke. Hold the ball. And then wash your paws slowly back to center. So the idea here is we've scintillated, activated the chi of the body by doing, and then we always finish with a don'ting or a not doing. This roll, fold, settling hands to the belly, sealing the practice. Here's the navel, the belly button. We take this hand over top, other hand on top, and we don't do anything at all. So stacked palms over the belly. Let all the chi that was just activated, let it just settle, consolidate. Now we finish with this hand position. Again, representing this hand shape. You can maybe see it in my hand. Represents this, the yin and yang. So when we're doing this, we're remembering, oh yeah, middle and up, down, left, right, all this changeability around the middle. So this little hand position reminding us of that, and we close. Thank you so much, everybody. If there are any questions or thoughts, please feel free to unmute, and yeah, have a great weekend.